even going to do with this space? This is ridiculous. Hi guys, welcome to St. James Homestaging, where we talk about all things homestaging and design. I am Mona, your luxury home specialist, and if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So this video is a pretty tough video, only because it varies, and I know there will be differences of opinion, but I am going to try to assist the best that I can. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Listen, if you have any questions after this, if there's some things that I left out in this video, hit me up. I will be here, not sitting and waiting on YouTube, but I will definitely be reachable on social media. So you can find me on my Instagram, or you can find me on my Facebook, and I am responsive, more responsive there than I am on YouTube, because I don't see all the notifications unless I search for them on YouTube. So hit me up on the Instagram or the Facebook and let's chit chat. Also, the first part of this video is going to be more so for the buyers, for the consumers, and the second part I'm kind of going to go in a little more detail for those that are looking to figure out how should I price my stage. I struggled with getting this video done, which is why I'm in pajamas, y'all. I just was like, I'm not even getting dressed for this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get this info out, because this is like my fourth time trying to record this. It's separate days, and I just, the struggle, right? So, okay. The reason it's so complicated is because it's so complicated and there's not one answer. So for the consumers, this is your answer. You're going to look to pay about a minimum of about $1,800, and that's kind of a low ball price. Like legit, you're getting a budget stager. No offense to those of you who charge those prices, but you're going to look to pay about a minimum of $1,800, and that will probably be a room or two. You're not going to get a full stage with that, and if you do, God bless you and bless the stager that's capable of doing such. But you're going to pay a minimum of $1,800, and it's an investment, because we are home marketers. We are not decorators. We're marketers, and our job is to market your property to make sure that other people will want to buy it and can see themselves there. They do all the envisioning based off of your work. So if it's quality work, people will lose their breath when they look at what you do. So you want that stager who's going to put in the work and not just decorate. They understand flow, they understand color, they understand placement, they understand so much more about the marketing. So that's what it is for the most part. A minimum of $1,800 to about $5,000. If your house is an average price house, which that varies geographically, but typically, let's just say your home is about a $200,000 house, then you're probably going to be able to pay on the lower end, but at the same time, you might not get a whole bunch done, and it might not be that quality of a stage. If you are maybe in, like, let's just say the $700,000 range or more, then you will probably look to spend about 0.5% to 1%, 0.5% to 1%, somewhere in that ballpark of the listing price of that property. So that is just kind of a ballpark figure. So you can kind of do the math on that. You typically won't get a 0.5, 1% price range if your house is about $200K or $300K, because, well, do the math, and then you go purchase furniture and supplies and all that good stuff, and hire people and all of insurance, and then see if that is a feasible amount that you think makes sense, and then revisit how you think about a staging price. Now, this is a luxury, so I do encourage it. It is a luxury, but at the same time, for many houses, it is a necessity. So hopefully that helps. And let me make sure I finish that second portion. of that, yes, some stagers don't leave their house for $25,000, or their warehouse for $25,000. So your stages can kind of go run around there or even more. So it all depends. Again, you're getting the minimum of $1,800 if you're lucky, and fortunately, you'll be fortunate if the job was done well. No offense to those who can afford that price. All stagers are different. Everything varies, but that's just an idea of what you guys can expect. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful. Again, hit me up on my social medias and I got you. For those of you who are staging homes and you are trying to figure out how should you price, a lot of factors are included, and that would be the size of the property, the distance from your warehouse or storage facility to said location, your overhead, that's a big factor. How much is it going to cost me to make a living? How much do you want to bring home? Or are you just purchasing furniture and just bringing it home after it's all said and done? Are you renting furniture? I know I'm forgetting a lot of things. Hiring your movers, or do you have built-in help? And then of course your geographical location. How much is it costing? Are you buying your furniture wholesale or retail? Like what is happening behind your scenes? What is your connections, your hookups, your assets? What are your abilities to be able to price in a place for you, or at a price point for you where it's feasible? Now, with that being said, I just want to quickly run through this list of what a stage would look like with my company. And this is what it kind of looks like. This is one stage that I did for $720. Hold on, let me open it up. Trying not to pause this video because I told y'all I'm feeling some kind of way about having to redo this. So let's get this out. Okay. So this right here, and if I'm doing my job right, I should be able to show this on the screen. This right here is a pricing quote that I did for a particular property, and it has a variety of my stages. So what you see here is that I customize all of my stages. So that's just a given. Not every stage is the same. I do more in some. Also, the factors that I consider when I'm going out to do a stage is the size of the room. Not just the size of the property, but the size of the room that I'm going to stage. So what does that look like? So for this particular staging, job, this was what I quoted after I did my consultation, which my consultations are $299 for the consult. But follow me with this. Okay, so the partial staging right here for this house, some of them are more. I haven't done anything for less. But some of them are more. I was thinking about some things in the past and I started feeling some kind of way, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm hostile today. But okay, so the partial staging is $4,800 for this. What the partial look like for this location is a living room, a kitchen, dining room, half bath, foyer, and then of course the marketing is involved. And then that includes the take home that I will be getting in regards to that. And again, like I said, it varies depending on your inventory and all of your other factors. The basic staging package for this particular one was a minimum of $8,400. And this is the estimated quote. Living room, dining room, kitchen, half bathroom, the foyer, and then marketing, of course. And then in addition to that was the primary suite, the primary bathroom, the office and the study, and the laundry. And it's because I also knew what I could do here, and there were some items that the owner had if I were to use them for the office, and of course, some of the other spaces. Then the luxury staging, this was a total of $15,390, and this is basically the basic staging as you just saw, and the a la carte rooms. I'll explain a la carte to you in just a moment. Since we're looking at it, a la carte rooms can be added or taken away to adjust pricing. So you can add some rooms. Some people want pretty much everything done, but then not so much. So I am adding the basic package as well as the partial staging to this in addition to this will be some a la carte rooms. So per room, this is what it looks like. The living room, the dining room, the kitchen, half bathroom, the foyer, marketing, of course, the primary suite, the primary bathroom, office, study, and laundry. Now, those are the things that I did, the staging, that was on the first part, and then the a la carte is added, which is everything that you see here in blue. The front porch, this is the amount that I would charge for the front porch because I had an idea of what was going to be there, and I already knew what the cost would be in my head. Back porch and pool area, lounging. This right here, I was researching some things to figure out what exactly I wanted to put back there. And for what I wanted to do, this was the price for that particular item that I would have put in that area. And then, of course, there were 4 upstairs bedrooms. They were smaller rooms, and each room was going to be $6.99 per room. All upstairs bathrooms, $174, $75 each. They were pretty sizable bathrooms. Bonus room, it was going to be $6.99. They had a second bonus room that would have been $6.99. Again, I had some things that I was looking up, some packages I wanted to throw in there. Some things I was looking up, let's just put it that way, that I knew this would be the cost for that. And I think bonus room 2 would have been slightly less, but just to give myself a little wiggle room, obviously. Additional unidentifiable rooms, spaces in bonus areas, because this room had rooms inside of rooms, or this house had rooms inside of rooms, and it was so wild. And one thing that was a struggle for this property, I'm kind of sidebarring, was the rooms are unidentifiable. People don't really want to buy your property, and this location has been on the market for some time, and the staging that was done before it was not to scale. The carpets were very small, the furniture was a set. I always think those are 2 bad ideas. And the television was in the living room, which some stagers are opposed to that, but I am not. But the placement of it was really awkward. Overall, the staging, to me, was what I would consider he probably got for a budget price. And so it was reflecting that in the staging job. And I think the stager needed to be, the pieces were nice, but they needed to be in a smaller place, maybe an apartment. And for what he had, this just was not going to flow with that. So there were also some rooms in there that, for me, if I were to go into the house, I'd be like, what even is this? So I would want to know what to do with this space. But I'm sure a lot of people go in houses and like, oh, I do this to this room and this to this room. And our staging job should already give them a feel of what is going to be done already, or give them an idea of what to do or how they can work things out. And if a room is empty and it's not just a regular bedroom or bathroom or living room, people really have a harder time saying, well, what am I even going to do with this space? This is ridiculous. So that was just one of the things that I felt was important in here to add. But coming back to it, additional unidentifiable rooms, and I had some ideas of what I was going to do with that. Second entryway, hallway decor, that was going to run $349.50 because I already knew what artwork I was going to do. Now, some of this I knew off top, and some of it I looked up to see what I would do with the space and what that would cost me. Yes, you do have to do your research. Even though you know your job or your love, you still got to do your research. It is still work, even though you love it. Closets, $349.50. Had some ideas of some things I was going to do in there. And then, of course, I do a thing that's a 5 census consideration and a realtor showing checklist that comes in free. And it just gives the agent an idea of what to do and what they should be doing. So that is what was all included for the low price of $15,390 for this particular space. And I broke it down so they can understand where that number was coming from, because I feel like that's helpful to the client. All home stagers are different. So, and then finally, the last option for them, should they not want to actually stage or even, pay that amount, was a walk and talk active consultation. And basically what that is for those who want to invest in their properties, but they feel more DIY and they think they got this. It helps them to be able to do the work themselves, but me kind of being like their coach in doing this staging. So Again, the a la carte is something that I like to add to. It gives people more options. And one other thing that I add to my staging is, I'm saying a lot, huh? Don't hear it. You can't unhear it. Let me rewind. You did not hear me say I'm saying a lot. But one of the things that I add to my staging options, or one of the features that I add, is to be able to offer a style for that particular property. Now, hear me out. I know I'm treading on thin ice here, but there are some times where I will have to be insistent on the look of a thing, or I am able to, in a sense, convince the agent of the look that we should be going for. And then there's times where the agent really knows what they want. Like, if the agent is about their stuff, they know what they want. They're like, I am in a coastal area and I want this to feel coastal, which that's kind of a given anyway. Or they know that they are in, let's just say, Midtown, and this is a town where the agent is like, this area of town, most of the people here are young professionals and hipsters, or something, and they're going to say, this is what I need. Modern furniture, I need sharp edges, I need clean lines. Like, they know, and it's just like, got you. And because we are professionals, we can honor that. But if an agent is like, yeah, I kind of wanted you to do, I don't know, something that was distasteful, then it's obviously on us, incumbent on us to say, hey, this is actually what I had in mind, and this is what I think we should do. So,
I am comfortable with, for me, because I know how my conversations go, how comfortable I am with talking to agents. I know that it is something I can offer and say, hey, would you rather, we're not on the water, but we're in a beach town, but also we're not on the beach. So what does that look like to you? Or if it's a nice size.
So that's just pretty much what that looks like. So that is hopefully a little bit helpful to you in regards to how to kind of stage or price it, how to kind of price your stages. It's not as cut and dry as saying, oh, it's this much or it's that much, because every single property, for the most part, is going to be different. It's totally up to you what pricing a stage or the amount. What do you want to do? It's totally up to you. Let's just put it that way. I mean, you clearly know that. So have fun with it. Find your niche. My friend is French, and she says the word is niche and not niche, but to each their own. I'm going to go with what my French friend says, and she pickups her lead. So that is it, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, hit me up. I hope I covered everything. I surely hope I didn't offend you. But that is what it is. Tell me below if you do stage and your experience in pricing your stages. Did I get close to what you do? Again, there's rentals, there's people who own, we're not going through all of that again. So listen, remember, you are great, so be great. I need a coffee.